$1.2 trillion. That's how much Americans owe on their credit cards. An all-time high. This record-breaking mountain of debt has been fueled by sky-high interest rates, stubborn inflation, and unrelenting consumer spending. It's up more than $200 billion in the last 2 years. And it's got everyone from Wall Street to Main Street asking, what does this mean for us? Is it as bad as it sounds? And more importantly, how can you escape this debt trap and even turn it into an opportunity? Today, we're breaking it all down in plain English. Why this credit crisis matters, how the average person can get out of debt, and how to recession-proof your finances through it all. Stick around, because some of these tips could save you thousands, and the last one might surprise you with the opportunity it creates. Quick heads up, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just educational content, so do your own research. Let's put this in perspective. Americans' credit card balances have never been this high, even after a typical post-holiday dip in early 2025. Balances are hovering around the $1.18 to $1.21 trillion mark, far above pre-pandemic levels. In fact, total credit card debt has soared 54% since 2021. This isn't just a big number on a report. It's a reflection of real life getting more expensive. Why has debt spiked? It's a perfect storm. Prices are up, think groceries, gas, inflation has been biting, interest rates are up, making credit cards painfully expensive to carry, and people have continued swiping their cards to keep up. Think about it. When everything from rent to eggs cost more, it's easy to fall back on plastic to fill the gaps. Nearly half of credit card holders carry a balance month to month, and it's often not because of luxuries. According to surveys, 47% of people in credit card debt got there due to emergencies or unexpected expenses, medical bills, car or home repairs, and another 28% accrued debt just covering day-to-day essentials like groceries and utilities. So this record debt isn't just a bunch of shoppers splurging on nice-to-haves. It's everyday Americans trying to stay afloat when life gets expensive. So why does this matter to you? For one, credit card debt is crazy expensive. The average credit card APR is over 20% right now, near the highest on record. Carrying a balance means you're paying an extra 20% on everything you bought. That $1,000 furniture or emergency expense can easily cost you $200 in interest every year you don't pay it off. It's a silent drain on your finances. Across $1.2 trillion in debt, that's hundreds of billions in interest that Americans are shelling out to banks. Money that could be building emergency funds or paying for education is instead going towards interest charges. Secondly, this debt can hold you back in life. It's not just an abstract national problem. It has real consequences for people's goals. Surveys show about 64% of those with credit card debt have had to delay or skip important financial moves because of it. We're talking things like saving for emergencies, investing for the future, buying a car, or even starting a family. High monthly payments and nagging balances can make people feel stuck. If you've ever felt like you're treading water financially, you're not alone. Millions are in the same boat, postponing life milestones because their credit card bill is eating up their paycheck. A debt crisis of this scale can even ripple through the economy. If people are putting more income towards debt, they're spending less elsewhere, which can slow economic growth. And if too many people can't pay, we see rising delinquencies. And guess what? Late credit card payments have indeed been rising, now at their highest level since 2011. That's a warning sign that many are struggling to keep up. While we're not saying this is 2008 all over again, household debt stress has a way of spilling over into everything. Jobs, housing, the works. So even if you personally have zero credit card debt, a nation swimming in high interest debt could affect the economy you rely on. Now, you might be thinking, okay, it sounds bad, but what can I actually do about it? Maybe you've got some balance on your cards, or you're worried you might have to rely on credit soon. Don't panic. Next up, we'll cover how to escape the credit card trap, with a few proven strategies you can start right now. And after that, we'll talk about how crisis can surprisingly become an opportunity for you. Yes, really. Let's get into it. If you're carrying credit card debt, this is where you lean in. It's time for actionable steps. These aren't pie-in-the-sky ideas, they're practical steps that can help you dig out of debt and save money. Let's break down 4 tactical moves you can implement. 1. Create and commit to a realistic budget. First, get a clear picture of your cash flow. Write down or use an app to track what's coming in and what's going out each month. Identify areas to cut back. Subscriptions, takeout, that daily $5 coffee. You don't have to live on rice and beans forever. But tighten up spending is crucial. Every dollar you free up is a dollar you can put towards your debt. Pro tip, set a specific debt payment goal in your budget, like an extra $200 a month, and treat it like a non-negotiable bill. Budgeting isn't flashy, but it works. It's helped countless people regain control and rein in overspending. 2. Pay more than the minimum. Use the avalanche or snowball method. Making only minimum payments is a trap. Credit card companies love it because you'll be in debt for years. Instead, pay as much as you can above the minimum on at least one card. There are 2 popular payoff strategies. The debt avalanche, focus on the high interest debt first, and the debt snowball, focus on the smallest balance first. Avalanche saves you more on interest. Snowball gives you quicker wins. Pick one that motivates you most and stick with it. The key is to gain momentum. As soon as one card is paid off, roll that payment into the next card. You'll be shocked how fast progress builds when you keep knocking out balances one by one. 3. Reduce your interest rates. Refinance or transfer. High interest is your enemy, so fight it back by lowering it. If you have decent credit, consider moving your debt to a 0% balance transfer card or a lower interest personal loan. There are credit cards that offer 0% interest for an introductory period. This can buy you up to 18 months of no interest, giving you breathing room to pay down the principal faster. Just be sure to check transfer fees and pay the card off before the rate jumps. Alternatively, a debt consolidation loan might offer a much lower rate than 20%. Even a temporary 0% period is huge when average APRs are over 20%. It's like a fast pass to get ahead of interest. And don't be shy about calling your credit card company to negotiate a lower rate. It works more often than you'd expect, especially if you have a good payment history. 4. Boost your income and throw extra cash at debt. Cutting expenses is one side of the coin. Earning more is the other. Consider a temporary side hustle or selling unused stuff to generate extra cash specifically for debt payoff, whether it's freelancing, rideshare, driving on weekends, or a part-time gig. Even an extra few $100s a month can accelerate your debt-free timeline dramatically. For example, an extra $300 a month could mean paying off a $5,000 balance over a year sooner, saving you plenty in interest. It can be tiring to work more, but think of it as a short-term hustle for a long-term gain. Once you're debt-free, you can scale back. Every dollar earned and paid towards the principal is a dollar that's not incurring 20% interest next month. Bonus tip: if you get any windfalls, tax refund, bonuses, etc., commit to using a chunk of it to attack your card debt. It's not as fun as a shopping spree, but watching your balance drop is incredibly rewarding. You might be wondering, what if I can't do all that? Or if it's just too overwhelming? It's true that getting out of debt isn't easy, but millions of people have done it, and you can too. If your debt is truly unmanageable, consider reaching out to a reputable credit counseling service. Nonprofit organizations can negotiate with creditors and help set up a plan. The worst thing you can do is ignore the problem. Take it one step at a time. Even if you can only make small changes at first, consistency is key. Remember, paying off high-interest debt is like earning a 20% return on your money. You won't get a deal like that anywhere else. Every extra dollar you put in is money you save on interest. Alright, so where's the opportunity in all this? It might sound strange, but this credit card crisis can be a wake-up call, a chance to get your finances in better shape than ever, so you're prepared for whatever the economy throws at you. Consider this: we're late in the economic cycle, and many experts warn a recession could be on the horizon. The silver lining here is that tackling debt now, you're also recession-proofing your life. First, if you eliminate your credit card balances, you free up cash flow. That's money that was going to interest, which can now go into an emergency fund or investments. Having an emergency fund, even a few months worth of expenses, is like a financial shock absorber. If a recession hits or you lose your job, you don't need to whip out the credit card just to survive. You'll already have a cushion. Most Americans learned the hard way in 2020 that nothing beats cash in the bank during a crisis. Secondly, being debt-free puts you in a position of strength. Instead of dreading the next downturn, you can potentially take advantage of it. For instance, if the stock market dips or housing prices correct, you could invest at lower prices, something you can't do if all your money is tied up in paying off yesterday's credit card purchases. Essentially, by getting rid of high-interest debt, you're creating room to breathe and even to seize opportunities. It's like clearing weight out of your backpack before a long hike. You're going to move faster and go farther with less burden. And let's stay optimistic but realistic. Yes, $1.2 trillion in debt is a huge challenge, but consumers and policymakers are aware of it, and banks are already tightening some lending standards to prevent a blow-up. Unemployment is low for now, and wages have been rising, which helps many manage their debt payments. You can use this relatively stable period to fortify yourself. Think of paying down debt as investing in your own peace of mind. No matter what happens in the economy, you'll sleep better at night knowing a recession can't easily knock you off course. This record credit card debt is making headlines for good reason. It affects all of us in one way or another, but it's not a death sentence for your finances. In fact, you hold the power to change your own situation starting today. We've covered why this $1.2 trillion credit storm matters, how it's hitting everyday people, and exactly what steps you can take to escape the trap. Now it's on you to take action. Remember, every dollar you pay off is a dollar plus interest you keep in your pocket moving forward. By cutting down your balances, budgeting smart, and building your savings, you're not only freeing yourself from the credit card treadmill, you're also positioning yourself to withstand or even thrive in a recession. This is how you turn a crisis into an opportunity. Take it from countless others who've done it. Becoming debt-free is life-changing. It might start small, packing lunch instead of eating out, saying no to that impulse Amazon buy, picking up a side gig for a while, but it ends with freedom. So start now. Recession-proof your finances by kicking credit card debt to the curb, and you'll thank yourself when tough times come knocking. And even more more when good times return. Ultimately, the credit card crisis is a wake-up call. Answer it by taking control of your money today. You've got this. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps. Subscribe for more no BS financial tips. And let me know in the comments what step you're on in your journey. I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, let's grow that wealth.